Here is Philip from Fira Digital Art, and in today's third episode on my project for Hum3d Rendering Challenge 2019, I'm going to talk about uh, how I modeled my car, my Koenigsegg Regera for this project. This is the first car for my project, and I also had a time because I changed original model of Koenigsegg Regera as you see here and as you saw in previous updates. But I also got the time just to finish these little details that actual model of Koenigsegg Regera has, and that's the wheels, that's these front bumpers, side bumpers. Pretty much all the stuff is the same as mine, but I also changed different things that the original model doesn't have. So I just wanted to talk about the comparison of what I added to the actual model, and yeah, what software I used, and yeah, some kind of techniques. Just an overall thing about the model. So let's get started. First, I imported both cars in the same project just to have a better view of both of them. As you can see, this is the original model. This is how actually the Koenigsegg Regera looks. So let's start from the front. So here's the actual model. The front part, they have this kind of curvy bumpers, but look what I add. For racing, you need to have strong bumpers, like as I mentioned in previous video with sharp edges and all that stuff, so it can withstand more damage. That's what I changed and added comparison to this old version. Also added this side small bumpers. Also, the actual version doesn't have that. The next thing, let's talk about the hood. Yeah, it has its vents, three of them, actual model, but I added different ones. So I added from the sides for wheels, and also I added the hood strengthening. So I added a couple of more details in comparison of the older version. The older version, I mean the actual version. Sorry, it's pretty much the same. The cabin and all that stuff. It's pretty much the same as the original model. Also, these mirrors, I didn't change them. Doesn't matter that much. I like them as they look from the original version. Also, I changed the wheels. The most important thing, the wheels. Yeah, I changed the rims, so they look much more cooler. These are also interesting, but I like this very much better. So, and also when I texture them, it's going to look even better. The side part, it's pretty much the same when we talk about doors and all that stuff, but I widen, as I said. You see how this Regera is more wider than this one, than the actual model. Also the front, also the back part. That's what I did. That's what's the difference between those two cars, and also the side bumpers are totally different. It has these standard ones, but I added these more upgraded for racing, yes, and more bigger ones. Also, another part I added to my model, and it doesn't have an actual model, is these spoilers. Yes, these two kind of spoilers I add here. It doesn't have any. I mean, it has this one, but you know what you need to do is you need to raise it like this. Sorry, just a sec. I need to make this pivot point a little bit closer, something like that. And then you raise them like this, should be there. And then this is the actual hood that goes, sorry, when this happens, it should be going like this. This is raising, and then it goes right there, and there you have it. This is the actual models. It has that upgraded system that it raises its spoiler from the back, so you can use the spoiler, or you don't need it. If you don't need it, you just drop it down, and that's how it works. It's pretty much interesting, just to come back, okay, to the actual position. So that's the difference. But at my case, yeah, I upgraded totally new spoilers, they're not going down or up, they're standing as they are, and that's all there is to it. Also, the backside, it's totally the same. I just left it to be the same because it looks awesome. If you change something, it's not Regera, you know. I think this car model is very known by its backside. You know, it's very specific with all the bumpers and curvy edges, and also these lights. They're very curvy, interesting, and also it has this exhaust. It looks awesome, and I didn't want to change anything. I just widen the back part so it's more wider, as you can see from the top, as I mentioned before, more wider than this one. That's what I changed. But pretty much the back side is the same because I like it the way it is. Didn't want it to change. Yeah, that's pretty much it. By comparing these two models, yeah, I changed a lot of things, but still you can recognize this car as Koenigsegg Regera. So didn't want it to change the overall look, but I added these details so it looks more street racing car. Yeah. And you're also gonna see the difference when I add textures, materials, all that stuff. It's gonna look even crazier. I'm not gonna talk about that now because I have some interesting texturing details I want to add. I'm not going to talk about that now because it's a secret. You'll see in the next videos. Yes. Pretty much now I want to say from technical side what I did. I used Maya as I'm right now. I used Maya 2019 for modeling this model, and I'm gonna use Maya for modeling almost everything. Maybe later I will choose some other software that will allow me to model something easier, but for now it's Maya. I only used Maya for modeling this car. What I firstly did, I firstly created, as I said before, the base looking model of this car as it's here, and without these bumpers, without these things that I wanted to change, you know. Yeah. And yeah, I used references. This is the blueprint. I took, I don't know from which website, I forgot. I think it's, no, I don't know, it doesn't matter, I can't remember now. It doesn't matter, as it said, I have references, here they are. I grouped them inside some layers, so it's going to be easy to call them back and forth. Yeah, I used these blueprints to create the actual model, and then on the actual model I just upgraded it. I switched bumpers, I added spoilers, I added more details like these vents and all of that stuff. Also changed the rims, yeah, and some other particular stuff that I wanted. Some parts I just let them be as they are. I didn't want to change them because they are looking pretty much good, and they come really good with my parts that I added. So for now, this car looks very awesome. Let's just turn this like shadows and ambient occlusion just to see. Yeah, you see how it looks more attractive, I think, for street racing. Also, the original model, the base model of Koenigsegg Regera looks awesome, but when you add a little bit tuning to those crazy supercars, yeah, they look amazing. And I'm pretty much satisfied with the model, how it looks now. I hope also you like this model, uh, my version of a Jera, I can say. And that's pretty much it for this video. I didn't want to make it so long, so thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, share, subscribe for more videos, and that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.